Don't forget God. It's important for us to not let the Father God Allah slip from our minds. Because when God slipped from our minds, this is when the devil now make his way in. We have to keep Allah at the forefront of our minds so that we can also keep his will at the forefront of our minds. Every morning, we should wake giving praises to Allah, the Father of the universe. That's the only way we could begin the day off right, by tearing down our idols, by waking up and remembering whose will am I doing. When that is out of the mind, then you begin to do your own will. Allah is no longer driving the car, you now driving. And the road that you are now headed on is none other than hell. You're not as good of a driver as Allah is. You don't know the way as Allah do, because the Father God Allah is all knowing, all wise, all powerful. So if we put our trust in Allah, this will remove all fear. This will give us clarity. This will give us an understanding of our purpose. Then we can truly know who we are, because now we know whose we are. And we know who will we must accomplish. But if we do not know these things, then we will go through life lost, thinking, I got a personal relationship with God. This is what everybody say. But let's look at the world. Let's look at our fruits and measure them and see really what type of relationship we got with God. Because that relationship we got with God, it may be true enough, a relationship with God, but what God is it? It's the next question. Because that God may be Satan, because he is also a God. That God may be a golden calf, because that is also a God. However, what we refer to as God is none other than Allah, the great God, the creator of all things. And when you remember Allah and keep him at the forefront of your mind, then the battle is already won. The battle has already been won. We just now have to walk through it. If we have the light, then we have to be the light. Allah does not give us a light to place it under a bed. We cannot be afraid of criticism. We cannot be afraid of what outsiders or others may think, when we have an obligation to our Creator to do his will. Never mind what others say. We have a purpose. We have a mission. We have to stay the course. Let's do for self. Because if we do not do for self, or we are not working to do for self, working to establish our own, then therefore it clearly shows that we have forgotten God. Because the great God Allah, his kingdom that is to be on earth, is to be built by our hands. So if we are not building it with our hands, God's kingdom, because we think we're citizens of the United States and love to participate and build up the United States to make them great, then you have forgotten God, because that's not his kingdom. So don't forget God.